Good afternoon and welcome to all those here and watching, namely Brother James, Mr. O'Toole, faculty and staff, members of the Board of Trustees, our Golden Explorers, family and friends, and especially to my brothers before me, class of 2020. Well, we're here. In some capacity, we are all here, having arrived at the last stop on our journey at LaSalle. We have finally earned the honor of being called alumni of this amazing place we've called home for 4 years. But as we soak up these last moments as parting members of LaSalle, we must appreciate what it took to get us to this point. LaSalle, as we know it, has always produced outstanding, intelligent, caring young men who set the standard in everything they pursue. But it is not the brand name LaSalle that has just carried us to this point. We could attribute the excellent image of LaSalle as a school to the resources, faculty, mentors, and opportunities that are offered here. But it's the students' pursuit of those tools that make the reputation of LaSalle so great. These are the students who go on to become powerful leaders, loving fathers, and men of faith. And with that comes a certain quality of person that grew, changed, and matured over 4 years in Winmore, PA. Every class, team, band, and club has built us into men of character who are uncomfortable standing on the sideline, watching as the action goes by. Rather, we reach out ourselves in order to achieve our goals, because LaSalle men never cease to stand out and be themselves. To me, we are the class of change. Think about it. Over our time here at LaSalle, what we've known has changed from 215 to 238. 8-period days to cycled X days, the cafetorium to the student center, the library to Mr. Nicoletti's governing territory, and finally, 8605 Cheltenham Ave to cyber school. At the same time, we've been exposed to a terrific education, exceptional athletics, award-winning arts, meaningful service, and a lifelong brotherhood. Equipped with that, we're leaving this place better than we found it because those challenges and changes have shaped us from 14 and 15-year-old boys being told to tuck in their shirt to 17 and 18-year-old men still being told to tuck in their shirt. And yet, each of us has forged unique passions, personalities, and developed heightened perspectives. And it is those same young men who, at their time at LaSalle, ventured on service trips to Philadelphia or maybe Puerto Rico in search of something bigger, being the giving hand instead of the taking hand. The drive to become better men doesn't end with those experiences, though. Each of our own unique journeys will take us to more places we've never been, challenge us when the pressure from the outside world feels overwhelming, and forge us into men of our own making, men who love themselves, their neighbor, and their God. Every year, the graduating class of LaSalle is sent off ready to experience the next part of their life's journey. Yet, what we've become so familiar with since 2016 is what we have to move on from. Moving on. We see it on the backs of the shirts of the graduating classes before us, but we don't really know what that means. It means that we're ending this chapter of our lives as LaSalle students and becoming somewhat independent adults. That class of 2020 label has a specific identity, culture, and story behind it that upheld the LaSallian reputation and sought to bring its best to the LaSalle community every chance it got. It was you, the class of 2020, who through the complications of change endured being separated from LaSalle. Not just physically separated from the buildings or campus, but from the people, memories, sports teams, clubs, bands, and friend groups. Through all of that, this class has managed to stay bonded together, sharing what we miss most about LaSalle and offering our personal talents remotely to enjoy our last enrolled moments together. Whether it be a commemorative sequence from the guys down the WXP lab, a familiar song on Instagram performed by the band kids, or a workout video with our athletics leaders, we embodied the LaSalle spirit we cultivated since our arrival. and get to share in it now and as alumni. Due to the class of 2020's collective courage, bond, and distinctiveness, it's safe to say our overall experience was better than we could have asked for. Some of us got acquainted with one another through advisory, intro to IST, and open gym. As we got older, others of us connected by getting ready in the locker room, practicing down on Flannery Field, or sharing lunch in the brand new cafeteria. Student center. It's a student center. For the rest of us, we met through weekly and summer service, a chance to leave home life and participate in meaningful service around the city or the world with friends. But no matter what path you chose, we all felt a growing sense of community, fullness, and brotherhood as our journey neared its end. Throughout my LaSalle career, I've been able to get involved in football, theater, multimedia, and ministry and service, to name a few. Through my involvement in these activities around school, I was able to see my peers through a different lens, not just as in class. I was quickly shown how each and every student has their own unique personality, talents, and weaknesses. But together, we make each other who we are. LaSalle is the kind of place where athletes can sing in the chorus concert, musicians can find their knack for art, and academics can lead clubs and intramural sports teams. As an individual, those kinds of opportunities drove me to immerse myself even deeper into the LaSalle community, and like each of us, helped us find our own specialty, or several. As classmates, we used our lively, creative energy to compete and strive to give it our all every time we stepped foot on campus. It is because of this that makes the whole LaSalle journey an experience, not just a school. Besides our fellow classmates, it is important to remember who else helped us make us who we are today. Parents, family, friends, teachers, and above all, God. As St. John Baptist de La Salle said, remember that God is with you and will help and inspire you in all that you do. After high school, how we approach adult life is up to us, especially since most of it is done alone. We must be able to have faith and trust in God and others to get through the challenges and change. After all, that is how we got through our time at LaSalle, through one another and with Jesus in our hearts forever. So, if you're wondering how to translate your LaSalle career and apply it to your life, I'd simply say to follow this conveniently numbered list of haves. Number 1, have perspective. Know that in a couple short months, we will face a new set of classmates and learning tools that will challenge and prepare us for life after college. Sometimes the people you meet and the challenges you face will be difficult to bear. But remember to step back and look at it from a different perspective. Remember that your path will become much bigger when you leave LaSalle and will inevitably cross with those who are not like you in many ways. Or maybe they are. In any case, be mindful of the power of perspective and embrace the aid it will give you. Number 2, have confidence. As we move on through adult life, we must have confidence in ourselves. Have the confidence and the courage to step outside of your comfort zone to better yourself, even if it is risky. Lead by example in your classes and relationships, and be confident in your ability to reach your goals. After all, you are the one who should invest the most in your own future and your dreams coming true. Finally, number 3, have trust. It is important to trust and respect those around us because at times, they are the factors that help us through adversity and change the most. Learn to trust your family, friends, and God, and always remember that you have a community of brothers here for you whenever you need a helping hand. For it is this brotherhood, molded and polished by you, the class of 2020, that will stand here long after we have left LaSalle and inspire a future filled with success, lessons, and memories that live on. My brothers before me and all of those here making this long-awaited experience possible, thank you. St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. Now I ask everyone to stand for the singing of the alma mater.